AI to help me with this speech. So, thank you guys just for this honor, just being here, standing here tonight, being recognized among so many incredible athletes and supporters of Cy-Fair Athletics. I'm truly grateful. Thanks to the board and the council for nominating me, considering me, and awarding me with this distinguished honor. I think of Cy-Fair's rich history and success in athletics, and to be awarded this honor is truly humbling. When I first stepped into Cy-Fair Gym as an excited 14-year-old freshman, I never imagined that 27 years later, I'm aging myself, I'd be standing here receiving this award. I am beyond grateful for this moment, and I want to start by giving thanks to God. Every opportunity, every challenge, and every lesson I've learned through athletics has been part of His greater plan. I walked the halls of Cy-Fair from 1998 to 2002, during a time of major renovations, but even as the campus changed, the heart of Cy-Fair never wavered. I can still picture the crest surrounded by those arched brick hallways, and for anyone that was here before 1999, you can probably imagine those same arched hallways around this crest, and it's very different seeing it now. But I can still picture that. I can still picture the hallways, the original cafeteria, and the places where we would gather and build friendships. I specifically remember painting my varsity paw print in the gym parking lot each year. My small mark on this school, knowing it would eventually fade or be painted over by another sport. But what I didn't realize then was how much Cy-Fair's mark on me would never disappear. Cy-Fair is more than a school, it's a legacy, and one I will always carry with me. I'd like to start by honoring those here with me today and the people who made this journey possible. First, to my parents, Carrie and Chris Henrichsen, this honor belongs to you just as much as it does to me. This is where I got choked up before. You sacrificed so much during my time as an athlete. Your time, your weekends, your finances, your patience, all for me to chase my passion. The long drives, late night practices, tournaments, flights, and yes, dealing with me as a teenager. I'm sure none of it was easy, but you showed up every single time. I can't remember a time when at least one of you wasn't in the stands cheering me on. You pushed me even when I didn't want to hear it. You taught me discipline, dedication, and what it means to truly commit to something. Thank you for shaping me into the athlete and to the person I am today. To my sister, Karen Atkinson, and her family, I'm so grateful you're here. Karen was class of 2005 and a standout soccer player here as well. And yes, we forgive you for marrying someone from our biggest rival, Cy Creek. Thank you, Wes. Ryan and Reese, my sweet nieces, who are also here. I love that you're here to celebrate this with me. And I have to give this big shout out because Ryan is following in my footsteps and has taken up volleyball this year. No pressure, but we are expecting great things from you. Karen, one of my favorite memories from the entire volleyball career was senior year playing alongside you in the playoffs. You were moved up to varsity and we got to compete together, fighting for that same goal. The moment reinforced something I've carried with me ever since. Sports are never just about competition. They're about family, connection, and the moments that stay with you long after the game is over. And today, the teamwork has come full circle. Karen and I work together, pushing each other just like we did on the court. The stakes may be different, but the mentality is the same. We are constantly challenging each other to be better. Karen, you have always been my biggest cheerleader, and I hope I've made you a proud big sister. To my husband, Josh Brown, my biggest supporter, my motivator, and my teammate in life. As a fellow athlete, you understand the drive, sacrifice, and roller coaster of competition. We met in college as athletes, and 22 years later, almost 14 years into marriage, that competitive spirit is still alive and well in everything that we do. Thank you for always pushing me, believing in me, and supporting me in everything I do. Even though you didn't grow up a Bobcat, you embraced it quickly, but to be fair, you really didn't have a choice. But more importantly, you have lived out everything it stands for, and by marriage, that makes you an honorary Bobcat. To all my coaches, staffs, booster club members who poured into me during my time here at Cy-Fair, thank you for seeing potential in me, pushing me, and shaping me into a better athlete in person. To my teammates, some I still stay in contact with, what an incredible time we had here. Jackie, who's also being inducted tonight, though she's not here, I'm very honored to be standing here with her. We were quite the duo on the court, and I will forever cherish the memories we made. To this day, she was one of the best setters I've ever had. And of course, Coach Donna Benatti. I'm so grateful you came to Cy-Fair my sophomore year. We had 3 incredible seasons together. It was never actually about volleyball, it was about so much more. Beyond the wins and the playoffs, you taught me lessons that have lasted a lifetime. Mental toughness, grit, resilience, how to lose, how to win, and how to push through even when it's hard. You made us work hard, but you also made it fun, especially breaking it down and getting crunk before games. When it was time to compete, you made sure we were ready. Thank you for believing in me, for your leadership, and for your dedication. Your legacy will forever be stamped here at Cy-Fair. So I stand here tonight, I want to ask a question that every athlete faces at some point. What does a volleyball player do after there's no more volleyball? For years, volleyball was my identity. After high school, I played Division I volleyball for 4 more years. Then I took the game to sand volleyball. I transitioned into coaching, first at the club level, and then briefly as a junior varsity high school coach. But I quickly realized, while I love the game, I love playing it more than coaching, so I stepped away. And I'll be honest, it wasn't easy. I missed it, I still do. But here's the thing about being an athlete. The competitive fire, the discipline, that drive, it never really leaves you. It just finds a place to grow. Fast forward to today. I'm the president and CEO of a thriving business where I get to travel the world and visit places like Croatia, Thailand, Portugal, Tahiti. Not because I'm lucky, but because I applied the same principles I learned on the court. Never give up and refuse to accept failure as an option. In life and business, you will face obstacles. You will be told no, you will experience setbacks, but the same fight we had on the court, the refusal to quit, is what carries us through every challenge we face. And that brings me to something every Bobcat knows well, BF&D, Bobcat Fight Never Dies. It's more than a mantra. Those 4 words represent perseverance, grit, and the refusal to back down when things get hard. Because here's the truth, BF&D isn't just about sports, it's actually about life, and that's something we learned here at Cy-Fair. That's why today I still compete. They say you can take the athlete out of the game, but you can't take the game out of the athlete. My husband and I have turned our athletic focus to bodybuilding, where we're both nationally qualified athletes. Even at 41, I'm still doing this. We're still in the gym 5 days a week, training, pushing ourselves, and chasing our pro cards. It's not volleyball, but the mindset is the same. The discipline, the hard work, the fight to never give up, everything I learned at Cy-Fair still fuels me today. So to every young athlete in the room, to every student wondering where their journey will take them, remember this, the sport may end, but the lessons never do. The discipline and resilience, the passion, those things will stay with you long after the last whistle blows. Tonight, I'm proud to be a Bobcat. I'm proud of the mark I left here. But more than anything, I'm proud of the mark Cy-Fair left on me.
Nice.
Thank you all so much for this honor. BF&D.